Your life doesn't change when your circumstances change. It changes when your mind finally obeys you. Train your mind like a weapon. Most people spend their lives sharpening tools, but never sharpen the hand that holds them. They upgrade their phones, their skills, their resumes, their wardrobes, yet every morning they wake up with the same undisciplined thoughts, the same doubts, the same invisible chains, and then they wonder why opportunity passes them by. Your life does not rise to the level of your talent, it rises to the level of your thinking. A weak mind with strong talent still collapses under pressure. A trained mind with ordinary talent becomes unstoppable. Steel is not born strong, it becomes strong through fire, pressure, and shaping. The mind works the same way. Left alone, it grows soft. It becomes reactive, emotional, easily distracted. But trained intentionally, it becomes precise, calm, and powerful, like a weapon that never misses its target. You don't suffer because life is hard. You suffer because your thoughts are undisciplined. Every fear you feel begins as a train your mind like a weapon. Most people spend their lives sharpening tools, but never sharpen the hand that holds them. They upgrade their phones, their skills, their resumes, their wardrobes, yet every morning they wake up with the same undisciplined thoughts, the same doubts, the same invisible chains, and then they wonder why opportunity passes them by. Your life does not rise to the level of your talent, it rises to the level of your thinking. A weak mind with strong talent still collapses under pressure. A trained mind with ordinary talent becomes unstoppable. Steel is not born strong, it becomes strong through fire, pressure, and shaping. The mind works the same way. Left alone, it grows soft. It becomes reactive, emotional, easily distracted. But trained intentionally, it becomes precise, calm, and powerful, like a weapon that never misses its target. You don't suffer because life is hard. You suffer because your thoughts are undisciplined. Every fear you feel begins as a sentence in your head. Every hesitation starts as an image you accept as truth. Every failure is rehearsed mentally before it appears physically. Abraham Lincoln lost elections again and again before he led a nation through its darkest hour. Thomas Edison failed thousands of experiments before the world saw light in darkness. Their advantage was not luck, it was mental endurance. They had trained themselves to continue when emotion told them to stop. An untrained mind obeys comfort. A trained mind obeys purpose. The average person negotiates with difficulty. The trained mind expects it, and expectation removes fear. When you stop being surprised by obstacles, you stop being controlled by them. Your thoughts are not harmless, they are instructions. Your brain listens to every word you repeatedly say to yourself. If you constantly think, "I'm not ready, I'm not good enough, I'll try later," your mind receives that as an order and shapes your behavior to obey it, not because it hates you, but because it is loyal to your dominant belief. The mind is the most obedient servant you will ever own. The problem is most people let it serve their fears. But once you train it, once you deliberately choose what you allow to live inside it, your life begins to reorganize itself. Confidence stops being an act. Discipline stops being a struggle. Action stops feeling impossible. Because the real battle was never outside. It was always inside. And the moment you win there, the outside world begins to change. The first victory is silence. Not silence around you, silence within you. The average mind wakes up already exhausted. Before the body even moves, thoughts begin their assault. Worry about the future, regret about the past, comparison with others, doubt about ability, and by the time the day starts, energy is already drained. You think your problem is lack of motivation. No, your problem is uncontrolled mental noise. A weapon cannot fire accurately if the hand holding it is shaking, and a mind cannot create success if it trembles at every opinion, every difficulty, every delay. Most people do not fail because they are incapable. They fail because they are mentally scattered. Clarity is power. Henry Ford was told the automobile would never replace the horse. Walt Disney was fired for lacking imagination. What they possessed was not perfect conditions, it was mental certainty. They decided what was true before the world agreed. That is the beginning of mental training, deciding your belief before evidence appears. Your brain constantly searches for proof to confirm what you already believe. If you believe life is unfair, it will show you reasons. If you believe opportunity exists, it will notice doors others walk past. Reality does not change first. Perception changes first. The disciplined mind does not ask, "What if I fail?" It asks, "What must I become to succeed?" This question shifts control back to you. Failure then stops being an identity and becomes information. A trained mind studies mistakes, an untrained mind protects ego. You must learn to interrupt negative thought the moment it begins, not later, not after the damage is done, immediately. A soldier cleans his weapon daily even if he never fired it. Why? Because neglect today becomes danger tomorrow. Your thoughts require the same maintenance. Every day you must consciously install three things: direction, belief, and action. Direction tells your mind where to aim. Belief gives it permission to act. Action turns invisible thought into visible reality. Without direction, you drift. Without belief, you hesitate. Without action, you decay. The world rewards consistency, not bursts of emotion. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the engine. The people you admire did not feel inspired every morning. They trained themselves to move regardless of feeling. Emotion is unreliable. Training is permanent. When you repeat a behavior daily, your brain rewires itself. What was difficult becomes automatic. Confidence is not personality, it is familiarity created through repetition. You are not trying to become someone else. You are training your mind to obey you. And the moment your mind obeys you, your habits obey you. When your habits obey you, your results obey you. This is where most people quit, not because it is impossible, but because the results do not appear immediately. They plant a seed and dig it up the next morning looking for a tree. The trained mind understands delayed reward. Nature never rushes, yet everything grows. Your life follows the same law. Every disciplined thought compounds. Every controlled reaction strengthens mental muscle. Every day you refuse distraction, you reclaim power. Your future is not built in dramatic moments. It is built in quiet decisions no one sees. The morning you wake up and work without being told. The moment you continue after failure. The second you choose growth over comfort. These are repetitions, and repetition is how weapons are forged. You do not become strong by thinking about strength. You become strong by practicing control when emotion demands surrender. Pain will visit you. Doubt will visit you. Criticism will visit you. But a trained mind does not give them residence. Because once your thoughts are disciplined, the world loses its ability to disturb you. You stop reacting. You start directing. And that is the point where life stops happening to you and begins happening through you. The person you become mentally will always arrive in your physical reality. Train your mind long enough and your environment begins to reflect your internal order. Opportunities notice prepared minds. People trust calm certainty. Success follows direction. The weapon was never your talent.
The weapon was never your circumstances. The weapon was always your mind.
This channel isn't for everyone. It's for those who choose discipline over excuses.